Hey everyone, this is meteorologist Brad Benovich for SkiSoutheast.com. We've had our January thaw this week. We've had about 4 days of really warm temperatures after the deep freeze at the end of December into early January, and we're heading towards one of the bigger ski weekends of the season, obviously Martin Luther King weekend. Good news, cold and snowy. I mean, this is probably the best storm setup, at least for the Virginias and Maryland, that we've seen so far. Let me explain what's going on. We've got a pretty strong cold front that's going to be approaching from the west on Friday. Now, there will be rain on Friday in most of the southeast resorts. No snowmaking likely, but as we go into Friday night and the rain moves on, we've got this secondary low that's going to crank up. And on the back side of this thing, we're going to have a pretty good shield of snow and another surge of Arctic air. So twofold bonus here is that we're going to get the cold air back for snowmaking, but we're also going to get probably the biggest natural snowfall, I think, of the season for maybe West Virginia, Maryland, and Virginia if things work out the way I hope they do. You could see this system cranking up and then moving away. And this is even going to be natural snow for all the resorts on Saturday. But the cold air surges back in this weekend, and by Sunday, it's really, really cold. So great snowmaking, natural snow for Saturday, Sunday, into Monday, just in time for the 3-day holiday weekend. This is another surge of Arctic air. Now, it's not as cold as the last Arctic outbreak, which was a record breaker. Honestly, it's been like 20, 30 years since we've had sustained cold like that for such a long time in the southeast. But this is a pretty chilly air mass. Any other year, we'd be really excited about this, but this is going to be really cold air for most of the southeast. So let me show you what I think as far as snowfall is concerned with this system, and you'll see why I'm kind of excited for West Virginia, Maryland, and Virginia. So you can see Friday night, the snow starts to spread in. It'll snow in the North Carolina mountains, Beach, Sugar Mountain, Cataloochee looking pretty good right now. We will see ski over towards Gatlinburg as well, towards Ober. I mean, it's looking pretty good, but you look at these amounts that we're starting to see in some of the guidance up here, you're getting up in that 7, 8, 9, 10-inch range, especially at Snowshoe up to Wisp. This looks like a pretty promising setup here. And I'm going to go in real closer here if we can play. Here we go. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So you can see right on that edge of some pretty decent snows, especially over towards the Ohio River up towards Wisp. So depending on the track, I think it's going to be key on how much we actually get out of synoptic snow, which is the snow from the actual system. But even on the backside, we're likely going to see some pretty good northwest flow snow as the Arctic air spills back in. That's why I think you see such a good setup here in the Carolinas. You can see a pretty good swath of at least 1 to 2, but some of these areas near the Tennessee border, maybe Cataloochee and the Maggie Valley, could get an added bonus there and end up getting a little bit more than we anticipate right now. So here's the ski forecast for the southeast. So all rain on Friday. Friday night into Saturday, we'll see the changeover, but I kept it all on Saturday because it's going to be mainly after midnight. So Saturday in all of the southeast will have snowmaking conditions as well as natural snow. Cold for Sunday, Monday, both days for the holiday, and then another shot of snow coming in on Tuesday. This is the bonus for Tuesday into Wednesday as temperatures stay cold across the entire southeast. So overall, a really nice setup. We'll start looking at the long-range pattern here, and you can see we've got the dip in the jet stream coming back to the southeast, and the second surge next week is that Tuesday-Wednesday system. It's almost like an Alberta Clipper type system that comes down, but it's really the Arctic air. You can see it spinning down here by Wednesday, and look at that. That looks a lot like what we had at the beginning of the month here in the southeast, so a really cold setup here, and it kind of lingers for most of next week. Now, there's another back and forth, and just get used to this. This is the La Nina pattern. Lots of crazy swings. We get another little warm-up, but it's not as warm as the one we just had. In fact, there's a cutoff low swinging through this system, so this is kind of what's called a mild up, not a warm up. There actually could be some snow with that because, especially at elevation, we could see a little bit of snow with that. You see a little ridge building, but then another trough building back towards the northwest. Let me kind of show you what this system looks like in the long-range guidance, and what I'm going to show you is really quick. What the heck? My phone is like going off, so that was weird. Really bizarre. So let me show you the system. Your phone just randomly goes off. So here's a look at that system. This is the weekend system for Martin Luther King weekend. Check that out. That looks awesome. And then you can see this secondary shot of snow coming in the middle of next week. You see it right there coming down. That's the reinforcing shot of cold air as well as some natural snow. So pretty good setup overall. I mean, that's that's not going to be too bad. And then it moves off to the east, and we get some more northwest flow snow. That is going to be a really good setup. And if I show you the long-range potential snowfall, let me play this real quickly, and you can see what it's going to look like. So we got our weekend system. Don't worry, I'm going to pan this out a little bit more. You can see this is our weekend system. Now let's go out a little bit further, and you can see that second surge of snow coming down. I don't buy this stuff, by the way, in eastern North Carolina. But look at that. That is going to be amazing as we go into the following weekend. So great news. We'll post this again. I'll put this up on my Facebook and my Twitter feed. Great news after a 4 or 5 day thaw, depending on where you were. We're right back to great ski conditions. And think about the timing. Perfect. Again, Martin Luther King weekend, cold and snowy. So if you had plans for up there this weekend, you picked a great weekend because it's going to be awesome. As always, everybody, think snow.